Hi, everyone. Today I want to break a myth wide open because I see it everywhere. You probably heard the influencers say, just take action. Confidence comes from the doing. But here's the truth that no one is saying loud enough to you. You can't out-action your internal beliefs. You can do all the things. You can go live, you can pitch the client, you can speak on stages. But if deep down inside you still don't believe that you're enough, it won't matter. You won't be able to build sustainable success because confidence isn't built by just doing more. It's built by believing differently. Today my team and I, we work with organizations all over the world. In fact, we're in over 50 countries coaching and training. And believe it or not, self-confidence is one of the number one challenges we see. In fact, 83% of professionals say that's their top challenge. So today I'm going to walk you through our proven method, macro versus micro confidence, which we have shown all over the world that's gotten us a 95% repeat client rate. That means our method works. So if you've ever wondered why all of your achievements still haven't silenced the doubt, this one's for you, because today we're going to break down something that's going to change your life. We all want self-confidence. We want confidence that sticks. And the truth is that confidence is multi-layered. Here's how I break it down in my book. We have macro confidence and we have micro level confidence. Micro level confidence is the skill, the technique, all the things that you accumulate outside of you. You might have micro level confidence in building a business, in selling, in speaking, in HR, in technology, whatever it is. But the challenge is that micro level confidence is not sustainable because it exists outside of you. And if at any point a micro level confidence goes away, maybe you get a new job, or maybe you have to change skills, your identity comes crashing down. And that's why it's important to build a macro level confidence, which is a confidence in the inside, a self-confidence that's unshakable, a self-confidence that says, I am enough simply because I exist, a self-confidence that says failure is research to success, a self-confidence that says it doesn't need to be perfect because then it procrastinates me from making progress. And you see, micro confidence is what we've been taught our whole life, and that's the problem right there. So you might be doing all the right things, but if your macro level confidence isn't intact, your identity is always going to be weak and shaken on foundation that is not concrete and not sturdy. You're still going to second guess yourself. You're going to burn out from overcompensating and overperforming. You're going to crumble when somebody gives you feedback because all you hear is that you're not enough, and you're going to struggle to rest without guilt. And the list goes on and on and on because we see it every day. Micro confidence without macro belief, it's just performing, and that's exhausting. And the truth is, what we see in leaders and entrepreneurs every day that we coach, that they've mastered the doing, kind of, but not the believing. And the reality is that if you don't master the believing, at some point the doing is going to stop working and action is going to come to a halt, and we're going to feel exhausted, that we're basically running on a wheel like a hamster. So let me say this really loud and really clearly for you because this is so important. You cannot outperform your identity. I'm going to say that one more time. You cannot outperform your identity. You might look confident, but if your inner dialogue still sounds like, who might I be doing this? I need to prove myself. What if they find out that I shouldn't be here? What if I'm not ready? Then your outer actions will always feel like a mask, not your truth. And you will get exhausted and you will continue to chase but never feel enough. Have you ever reached some level of success, or maybe you accomplished a goal and then you got there and you thought, why do I still feel empty? This is the exact reason why I wrote my book, the newest book from Rise Up For You, Self-Confidence, How to Overcome the I'm Not Enough Mindset. Because no amount of doing can fix a shaky belief system. Real confidence starts inside. And when you build macro level confidence first, all the micro actions start to become more sustainable and they create transformation. And my newest book, Self-Confidence, How to Overcome the I'm Not Enough Mindset, we share a number of strategies that we've worked with clients around the world. And again, we've gotten a 95% repeat client rate. So that tells us that our method is working. So let's talk about a few things that I share in the book I want to share with you today. 3 simple things that you can do right now to help build your self-confidence and take you to the next level. Whether you're a leader, an entrepreneur, it does not matter. These tools are going to help you take action and still feel enough at the same time. So here's one thing, the I'm not enough mindset, I want you to change, I'm already becoming. You see, you don't have to arrive to be worthy, okay? I want you to write a new internal script that says, I may still be growing, but I belong here right now. You see, we have to give ourselves an opportunity to grow along the way. We're not enough because we've arrived. We're enough simply because we exist and we're learning along the way. Number 2 mindset trick, measure trust, not just your performance. So I understand we want ROI, right? And when we see the things that we accomplish, that makes us feel good for the moment. But I also want you to start trusting yourself and having validation when you do small things like resting even though you wanted to work, saying no even though you felt like you needed to say yes so that people like you. These are the moments that help us build macro level confidence, and that's a scoreboard that we also want to keep track of. And then lastly, one final tip for today, catch the micro wins without needing external validation. When you take action, don't wait for applause from other people. You need to be your number one best friend and your cheerleader. So when you do something great, when you do that video, even though you're scared to do it, but you know you need to do it as an entrepreneur, when you ask the leader the question, when you raise the hand in the meeting, don't wait for other people to pat you on the back. Tell yourself, I see me. That was a brave moment. I'm proud of myself. We've been taught that confidence comes from the doing, but here's the truth. Real confidence comes from being, from believing you're already enough, even in the becoming. This is really important for us to understand because, again, at some point, if we don't have that self-confidence, all the micro-confidence is going to fade away and it's just not sustainable. So if you're ready to stop chasing confidence and start owning it, the true self-confidence, then I encourage you and empower you to grab our new book, Self-Confidence, How to Overcome the I'm Not Enough Mindset. And we have these cool shirts that we're throwing in that says you are enough. And in the back it says, even if you don't think so. So join our community today, grab the book, grab the t-shirt, because our community here at Rise Up For You is all about helping. And we've got the system, a proven method, so why not take it? Your outer moves come from power, not pressure. So let's build the self-confidence, let's own our self-confidence, and let's take ourselves to the next step together because you are enough. Again, my name is Nada Nasserdeen. I'm the CEO and founder of Rise Up For You. Welcome to Rise Up For You TV. I'll see you next time.